Aloha Capricorn, welcome to your tarot reading for the week of April 20th through the 26th. We're going to go ahead and dive right into it. We're going to start with the overall vibe or theme of the week. We'll move into any potential obstacles or challenges. Then we'll shuffle to see how we can overcome any of those obstacles or challenges. And then we'll get any extra messages that universe and spirit might have for you. We'll start with some love oracles and some general oracles to kick off the overall vibe. And as always, if you want to get a personal reading, all the information is down in the description below. Let's go ahead and get started. Let's see what we have going on in terms of emotions and love this week. We have very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. This is that card of getting really clear on what it is that we do want to call into our lives. When we talk about emotional fulfillment, when we talk about love, these things come from many different things in our life. We get fulfillment and love from our passion projects, from our friendships, from our romantic partnerships, from our living situations, from our experiences. Anything in our life, we really get emotional fulfillment and love from. So this does not have to just be romantic love. This is getting clear on what we want in our life or what we need in our life in order for us to start calling it in and having it and to be able to get those experiences and have that fulfillment. Let's go ahead and get a general oracle and kind of see what energies can be added to the overall theme this week. We have you're on the right path. Keep doing what you're doing because it is working. For some of you, you may have been working on this sort of visualization or getting really clear on what you want already. This might be something that you've been working on for the last couple of weeks or maybe even since the beginning of the year. Either way, this is your little confirmation from universe and spirit to keep doing what you're doing. You are on the right path right now. For some of you might feel really close to giving up on something, or maybe there is a project or there is some sort of manifestation that you've been working on for a little while and maybe it's not come to fruition just yet. And this is that card of saying don't give up, keep doing what you're doing. It is going to end up paying off. Let's go ahead and see, that came out immediately. Let's go ahead and see what we have for the overall vibe with our tarot deck. We have the Queen of Swords coming out here. The Queen of Swords is air energy. We are getting ready to move into an air season in the near future. We have Taurus season coming up and then Gemini season, which by the time you're seeing this, it'll be Taurus season already. And then Gemini season's right around the corner. So we might be having some things happening, finally coming to fruition for you come Gemini season, especially since we had that you are on the right path card. But this card also just represents speaking our truth, really saying what's on our mind, being able to communicate our thoughts. You know, the Queen of Swords, she is the queen of analytics. She is the queen of communications, and she is the queen of thinking outside the box. So anything that is kind of coming at you this week, if it feels like there aren't very many choices or decisions, think outside the box this week. I think this is going to be a nice week for you to not only say what's on your mind and speak your truth, but again, working smarter, not harder, kind of doing things in a different way. Let's go ahead and see any potential obstacle or challenge for you this week, Capricorn. We have the Seven of Swords. Interesting. This is also that card of thinking outside the box, almost kind of like what can we get away with? How much can we get for putting out as little effort as possible? And sometimes the Seven of Swords can be looked at as kind of like deceitful energy if we're looking at, you know, people that might be external to us. But this also can be a benefit or a, what is the word I'm looking for? Almost kind of like a characteristic that we can use to our advantage. This characteristic is really along the lines of how can I work smarter, not harder? How can I gather more swords without having to let anybody know that I'm here to get these swords? What can I do that's outside of the box in order for me to get to the next step? And so I think maybe this week, Capricorn, it is all about kind of thinking outside the box and coming out with a different plan to get you to where you want to be without having to take 100 steps. Maybe we're, you know, narrowing down 100 steps to maybe 50 steps or 30 steps instead of having to do all of these things that maybe you were trying to do in the beginning of this project or the beginning of this experience. Let's go ahead and kind of see how to overcome the challenge or obstacle this week. Maybe the challenge here with that Seven of Swords is we're not seeing that there is an easier way to get to the goal. You might be adding unnecessary steps or unnecessary things to your day-to-day routine or to the project. Maybe you run a business and you are realizing this week that there could have been a way that you were streamlining things. We have the Ace of Cups coming out. This is going to be how we overcome that challenge or obstacle this week. Looking for new ways of emotional fulfillment. You know what's interesting? I feel like when we get the Ace of Cups and it is talking about these new opportunities for emotional fulfillment, in combination with a sort of message already of saying, you know, think outside the box this week. There's other ways to achieve what you want. I almost wonder if you were to look at things more emotionally than analytically. And I know that for some of you that read tarot yourself, you're probably saying, Alicia, how does that make sense? You have the Queen of Swords. She's all about analytics. But I almost wonder, how can we work with analytics and emotions this week? It's really kind of taking that moment, taking a step back, getting very clear on what it is, what the end goal is, all right? So Capricorn, it's like, what is your end goal here, right? If we're on this path, where is this path leading us to? What's the end goal? Are there things that we are doing that we don't have to do on this path that will still take us there? Working smarter, not harder. And in combination, really using your emotions and your feelings as the catalyst to get you to kind of think outside the box. I think when it comes to doing things very methodically, especially for anyone that has Capricorn in their chart, whether it's your sun, moon, or rising, whatever you're watching here, I feel like a lot of the times with Capricorn, you're such strong earth energy that it does feel very grounded in like step by step. It's like you'll have a goal and then you write out step 1, step 2, step 3. But it's almost kind of like maybe step 3, step 4, and step 5 can all be combined in one step. And I think that might feel a little bit off or a little bit unnatural for you because you are very, again, methodical with your steps. Let me go ahead and get any extra messages for you this week, Capricorn. I think overall the message here for you is just, you know, working smarter, not harder, and thinking outside the box. I think your ultimate sort of goals or that sort of visualization of what you want in your life in order to find fulfillment and happiness and to experience that fulfillment and happiness, I think you're pretty clear on that already. I mean, that kind of came together with your original first 2 oracles of this reading. It's like you're on the right path. I think you have a pretty clear idea of what the ultimate end goal is, but maybe we just need to get more clear on those steps to get there. And we might be doing a lot of steps that are unnecessary. Let's, you know, condense some of these steps and get there a little bit quicker. We have the Page of Pentacles in reversal. You know, the Page of Pentacles in the upright is this card of curiosity that leads you to new opportunities. And so this being in reversal is telling me that maybe this week we need to get curious about different ways of getting things done. If you can get curious about how to do things a little bit more easily this week, how to remove some of those steps, I think you're going to find new opportunities here, not only for, you know, success on a material level because it's that Pentacles card, but it's also going to be more opportunities for success in love as well as fulfillment because you have that Ace of Cups and you also have the Very Soon card. I think it's also going to be opportunities to get things done a little bit easier, so then you have a little more time for you. You also have a little bit more time to tend to other projects, to other ideas. And I think ultimately overall you're being told to not give up just yet. Keep doing what you're doing. It's working. Let's just think about how can we do this a little bit smarter instead of it being so hard. I know it might be a little bit difficult for you because you are so grounded with that very strong Capricorn energy, but allow yourself to take a step back here and say, maybe there is an easier way to get to my ultimate goal where I don't need to burn myself out. Nice messages here across the board for you this week. If you're still watching and you haven't liked this video, consider giving it a like, consider subscribing to the channel, join the community. It means a lot to me. If you would like to get a personal reading with me, you can always find me at themagicsiren.com. All the information is down in the description box below. I will let you get back to your day. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you again soon. Aloha.